that the head ball coach awakened, one that thrived in urban renewal, and now one where only the Gators get out alive. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown, as we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Texas A&M Aggies, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. He'll bring it out. It's Wiggins. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Florida Gators offense will get the first swing of the game. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And, David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference, be great in your conference, get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw. He's got his man. Great move there. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. From the gun, running back on the move. Pushes ahead for a couple. They'll mark it at the 33.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run it out of the shotgun, finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having a pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
Trying to pick up a first down. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. They're working that left side. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Gators are on the move. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Wide out in motion. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Gets rid of it. It's complete to the right. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot, the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. He rifles one deep to the left. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. Gator fans love to see their teams light up the scoreboard, but they'll take the defense bringing the heat too.
And I think that was a staple, Reese. Back in the day, you had great offenses for Florida, but the teams that really had the most success and that reached the highest mountaintops, they had great defense to go with it. This defense playing well.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Feeling some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
This offense is going to have to come up with a plan to block this guy. He's an absolute monster, and he showed you all his tools on that sack.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
That Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really, really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, wants to throw it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Wide open downfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Gators have it with a 1st and 10. They want to just keep throwing it. Looking left. Got his man downfield. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover him. With that last catch, this now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it back. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Use the play fake, now to throw. Takes a hit as he fires. And the ball is picked off. going the other way, and he's got room. At the 20. Touchdown, Gator! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
The number one job in defending a quarterback is making him feel uncomfortable, physically hitting him. Nice job by the defense with the pressure. The hit on the quarterback forces the INT. And then Oski, as soon as you catch that thing, everybody start blocking, get to the near sideline, take that thing back to the house.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling.
And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
He'll keep it himself. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
You know, the problem with calling option is that you can't limit the hits on your quarterback, and he got absolutely leveled by the defender on that one. Now you got to wonder how many more times this coordinator wants to call that play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got a man, it's Vasquez. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the return, it's Wiggins. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. Man, that was an impressive and dominant first quarter. Let's take a look at the stats before we move on. First down to start the drive after the break. They'll give it to the back. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Crosses the 45. And an explosive play. Has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. His offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They'll leave it with the lone back. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish
all kinds of running room. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. A 1st down run in the red zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game, and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
They just look like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances here.
Wants to throw on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Defense looks like they're coming. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And down he goes back at the 3.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
On the move, it's Wiggins. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to...
Gonna take a shot at this DB. And the DB right with him to knock it away.
Well, guess who? They're taking a shot to the guy that's just been torching this defense in the entire first half. He's already got over 100 yards, so why not try to add to it and force this defense to prove that they can cover him? They did do a nice job right there. That's not the last time this guy's going to see the ball thrown his way.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of it.
Third and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to get the first through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Would they go for a big play on 1st and 10? From the gun, running back gets to give.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with him.
He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. The Gators trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. From the gun. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
Really nice job by awareness, too, from that guy. He's working the back line of the end zone. It's so easy to step out of bounds there.
And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in a terrific top 15 matchup. Oregon has the lead right now in Eugene, but that typically dynamic offense just hasn't been able to pull away. They're up by 7 over Cal. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He'll take the deep shot. A flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Handoff to the lone back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big gain now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Might as well stick with him. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs and hopefully move the football.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. He's getting plenty of work. Fourth time we've seen this guy punt it today. That's usually prime return position, but he'll make the fair catch just outside the 40. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Quarterback will audible. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
We're only in the first half already. This guy's got 2 TD passes, so you could see the defensive coaching staff on the sideline telling this D-line, guys, we got to get after this guy. We have to affect his rhythm and not let him be so comfortable back there. Right there, they were able to get after him. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Gets it out fast.
Well, you can tell those two have been practicing the out route all offseason long. They look like they could have completed that in their sleep.
Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, this offense told us coming in they were going to challenge this secondary early and often. They were going to use their speed to their advantage and take advantage of this quarterback's touch and arm talent. And already in the second quarter, they've got over 200 yards thrown.
Scrambling away. He chucks one out to the right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play. The incompletion on first down leaves them with 2nd and 10 from the 43. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
This defense needed something to go right, man. They're down big already in the first half. Get to the quarterback, get him on the ground. This could start some momentum going back the other direction.
Quarterback checking the play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Connection to the right. And the quarterback stuck it right in the keyhole, and they've got it down to the 30-yard line.
Right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Getting some heat. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. They'll immediately call timeout. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. They're trying to get to it. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on 3rd down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And he intercepts it. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And as time runs out here in the second quarter, the offense doesn't want to make this deficit any bigger, so they'll take the knee and head to the half. I'm not really sure what the thought process here is other than just trying to troll them by not running a play. And the Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Holds and fires complete to the right. Turns it on in midfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's going to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives.
He's off to the races. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Trying to get to him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
I'm impressed with this defense, man, because that QB is lightning fast. You see how fast that defender was able to get to him and force the incompletion? Wow.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. He's got 93 yards on the ground, and that's just another routine day for this guy who's been among the nation's leaders in rushing all season long. Comes out throwing on first down. Still looking on the move. And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
Second down after the offense averted absolute disaster. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And he's got it inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida! And the stomping has commenced.
Well, this offense looked unstoppable in the first half, lighting up the scoreboard, and it doesn't look much different here in the second half. They take their first drive of the third quarter, march down the field to score. There's no end in sight for these guys.
The returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, and they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do once you get settled and you realize what's going on.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. You just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And he'll make the grab along the sideline, but is not able to get to the 1st down marker.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
The Gators get enough to move the chains.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the 1st down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that 1st down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He's looking to throw. A little screen to the running back. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Touchdown, Gators! And the beatdown has ensued. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Florida, 42, Texas A&M, 7.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Using his legs, it's Curry. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground?
Got a lot of running room. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Aggies.
Man, it's easy to call plays when I got guys like this who can take the ball and rip it 70-plus to the house. How about the speed? He showed you a little bit of wiggle. This dude's got it all. Nice touchdown run by the running back.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Gators sending the offense back to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
At the 35, he's got room. Gets enough for the first down, but not sure they'll get another playoff here in the third quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. After picking up this first down on the ground, let's see what they do. He's looking to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Wiggins. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And here comes the offense on second down. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Wiggins. Tackled, but he has a first down. He's now over 150 yards receiving. Might be worth noting that Taylor Jacobs holds the single-game record with 246.
Yeah, and when he's got speed on the outside, find him, bro. I mean, there's guys that are going to make you.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, tip your hat to the defense getting that incompletion because that hasn't happened often for this guy. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. Can the defense continue to mix things up? See if they can maybe confuse this QB.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Wide receiver shows motion. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup. Some might have the philosophy to milk the clock. Others have this philosophy. Just keep going at them.
Yeah, until you stop me. And I think the offense, you can tell, it's pretty clear. They're going to keep their foot on the gas, continuing to throw the football down the field, attack, make big plays like they have all game long. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to get it through the air, using his legs to buy some time. Touchdown, Florida! And the pummeling has started. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Maryland is currently working from behind, but how many times have we said that and then witnessed something special happen? This time of year, you never know. They're trailing by 11 to Memphis. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. He's right on target. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now on second down. To the air, it's Wood. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And this defense has been flying around. They are everywhere. There's 6 sacks on the day, spreading it around, multiple people coming from every angle. This cute.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Surprisingly makes a fair catch just outside the 40-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Hard-hitting tackle.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was second and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got third and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
And they fail to hook up on third down. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Flushed out of the pocket. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And such a blown opportunity for the offense, because on fourth down they had enough yards to pick up the first, keep the drive going, but he puts it on the ground. Defense jumps on it, and that is a massive turnover.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
To the air, it's Wood. Throws for the tight end. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, trailing this much in the fourth quarter, the offense is looking for an explosive play to try to ignite them and get them back in this one, but nothing doing. Nice job in coverage.
We hit the 2-minute warning, and this offense is desperate to make something happen and do it in a hurry. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Wiggins. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress.
He lets it fly. And that will be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter if they could have done it, but second down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far. And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Able to fight his way ahead for a pickup of 4, but they're still left with a 4th and 2.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes. when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the give to the back. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. This drive's been productive so far. Already picked up a couple of 1st downs, now out close to midfield. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Pressure got to the QB that time. He was trying to find his check down out of the backfield, but the hit forced the incompletion.
From the gun, to give, looking for room. They stopped him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with 4th down coming. Just complete and utter dominance, and this one outplayed their opponent.